What is going on, everybody? Giving you another episode with more Xenoblade Chronicles free on the Nintendo Switch, and welcome to it. So last time, cause we just knocked out 3 of these standard quests. So far so good, and so far I mean we just gotten the one with the officer got missing and that all kind of chat. I mean we just got all of those standard quests completed. So we're ready to get a move out because somehow we played enough with Mio since last episode. So you know what? I really think we should go and play Uni. So Uni is gonna be the next character to play next. So we'll go spend some more time on playing with her some more. Now as we check to see, because there are people with stars that we had to keep a close eye out for. So we can go talk to this dude named Forbin. Once it's to silver rank and we claw our way. But the colony yet develops all remains in flux. The very nature of battle is evolving, and the soldier must learn to exclamate themselves into a new norm. The rebirth of life itself, one might say, reforming into something sweet and winsome. To which end of existence is needed to broaden my horizon to indulge in the new sights and sounds and smells. I see that. Okay then, so that's one of his characters that we talked to recently. So let's figure out what we gotta be doing next. So as you check to see in this map, so there is another of his standard quest coming somewhere straight at the north. So as we go move this way, so hold on a minute. So we have not talked to the Riser. So Riser got a star popping right out of his head. Forbin's persistence and competitive. He'll surpass me one day. What do you think of Forbin will be better than you? You really think he got that in him? Yes, if he find his center, a worthy successor.
Huh. Would you believe
Okay, lucky guy for him. Anyway, let's move out of this colony. And yeah, I can go ahead and still test through. Alright, and getting out of this colony. So we are going to press on forward. So this word's going to go and trigger some black fade, which we watch these animations. What the spark? Cover your mouth and nose. This is knockout gas. Okay, so we're unconscious now. So who could be doing that? Where am I? Okay, so we all got our iris pull up. Experiments explosion and expanding our understanding of the natural world. Is everyone the best pal of Salazar? Salazar, the colony iota researcher? Queen of Fluffy and Tough, so you heard of me. What have you done to us? Nothing yet. Liar. Then how did we end up here, huh? Beep, I'm not lying. I'm just curious. I just want to know about the Ouroboros after all you are. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Time to get out of here. Beep, don't disconnect. Don't you want to be able to send stuff to your friends? What she's on about stuff? Wait. Supply distribution and authorization suspended. Okay. Too late. Hey, packing in. Don't just snuff around. I'm not snuffing around. I just frozen your permissions. Just to come along to the Lambda Mountain and I'll kindly unfree them for you, honest. I want you to come and say hello. I'll be waiting to see you. Alright, so we have to go and find out where Salazar is. So this is the Ouroboros experiment. Okay, so here's this is a new standard quest that we had to get done. And we have to head to a specific location called Lambda Mountain. So without further ado, let's go over to the quest and read what it says for summary. So it says here, falling into a Salazar's trap, the party is left in the Dannagh Desert. Meet her and get your supply distribution authorization back. Okay then, well, let's go ahead and get our authorization back at once. Well, let's just go ahead and see what this Salazar character is supposed to look like in a full version. But we already saw right out on the back of his her profile. I mean, when we pull up our iris, we quite knew who Salazar really is. So we should steady along our travel just to continue on reaching on top hill whenever we get further a place by reaching to high altitude. But damn, that's just a whole lot of this this deep sand going on around here. So I reckon that we stick around to following the trail. I mean, it's the safest distance to where our body and mind might take us to whatever our little legs can get us. Okay, now let's see. Now, okay, well, we saw already because there's gonna be several of these enemies fighting each other. Yeah, it's a war versus war between both cobras versus both turkins I saw. Because both enemies that were snakes used to look like cobras to me. So we just spotted on because we encountered another Levnis. Experiments, explosion, expedition. I'm so pleased that you all made it, Ouroboros. Yeah, good for us. Now give back our authorization and we'll say no more about it. Oh, I don't care what you had to say about it. Be a sweetie and help me with an experiment, will you? What? Don't bother, Lance. You will want to get through to her. Look that way. Make it easier to give her a good well up and without feeling bad about it. Okay, now we have to go and fight Ulula. Oh, okay, so you know what? This is perfect. Now, I see why, because this is the one of the part that we gotta go give to Mir back at Colony 4. Alright guys, well let's keep at it. Cause we felt kind of strong that way, so we'll just go and keep on build up more effort to it. Well, I mean, it's better about a choice. I mean, each character can go ahead and build up their own way to build up more art special. So let's go use Ether Cannon. Okay, so we did got a lock on because its accuracy was supposed to decrease. Alright, so it just seems like no Sonic characters are taking any further risk of damage because this is not a super hard boss fight. Well, this is one of his mini boss that we fully encountered already. So we did lock on with break. Okay, so Tyon didn't go for one of his bull rush special. So wait a minute, I don't want to. Well, I don't mind just go leaping current on each characters right now. I really wanted to do it on this Ulula. Okay, well let's just keep at it. And also we can do it a lot faster by transforming to Ouroboros. Okay, so we'll go use lightning arrow. Okay, so we can go for one of that. And we can go for Typhoon Field. Okay, so we only got a little bit HP left, so it's halfway done. Okay, and there we go. So Ulula had been destroyed. So we just took out one of her experiments. And now she's coming right out of it. I thought that was it for me. But... oh, my queen, will you look at this fabulous data? There's nothing fabulous about it. You ruined our entire day. Oh, but it was worth it. I never seen such a high energy reactions. And that transformation. Not even a full flaming cloud that unleashes energy like that. It's a scientific marvel is what it is. There's no getting away from it. The Ouroboros are walking the ether channels. And yet despite that, this is not how we work. Caspar? What are you doing here? Since you left with a Levnis, it wasn't hard to guess what you were up to. Are you sure that you want to disappoint the Ryza? Oh, he'll throw you in the river again. It doesn't matter, I had to do it. My results speak for themselves, but the subject are composed of unknown energy. If we can find a way to harness this energy efficiently, we can revolutionize the way we live. I wanted to bring hope to all of us, and I want to do it during my lifetime. You can't exploit someone and call it hope. Now get back to what you took. Beep. Okay, so we got our supply distribution authorization restored. That's good to know. Looked like everything as it was. Are you doing this research to help everyone? Sorry if I hurt you. That's okay, I understand. Can't believe this. You better be thankful to the meal here. I am. Go on, have this. There you go. So we get here to one of it, which is called the Titanium Temple Guard. This is pretty valuable. Can we really have it? Yeah, of course. I'm not going to use it, am I? So you should use it in a report back on its effect, okay? Is this another experiment? You aren't even sorry, are you? Sorry? She's a bit of a one-trick ponyo when it comes to research. I'm going to research some research methods that won't make everyone so angry with me. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. Okay, well that's gonna be sweet and easy quest day. So we just got one of it done. So here's our reward. So we get it says here the party got their supply distribution authorization back. Content with the data Salazar. Now a new frontier of research. Okay. So that's more than enough experience that we can fully take. Now let's move on. So we're gonna head on to actually no, we're not gonna go to the destination map. Okay, my bad. I think we were supposed to check in with our full map at the menu real quick. Now speaking of which, I mean there is now we knew already because the standard quest is all the way down southwest, now southeast from here. So I'm guessing that we should start somewhere back at Colony 4. Actually, no, I think I incidentally just start where I left off back at the command room. So I rather think that we should go on ahead and take the drop off. So I don't mind doing any more of those main stories right now. So I rather do think that we should go and keep on taking low proportional damage a little bit. Okay, Uni, you'll be fine. You'll just get used to it with all this little half damage that you're taking.
Just give us
okay, so we kept you waiting long enough. So you know what? We do have one for the one that's called the Ulula generator. So that gives us enough of 55%. Okay, well that's not enough. So we should keep on adventuring all out and getting one of the rest of these parts found to bring to Mir. So let's go and work this someplace else. So we got plenty of other quests that we had to get done around here. So you know what? I'd rather do think that we should stay a while in Colony 4. So let's see now. Are we getting any new info available? I mean, let's find out. But so you know what? I don't think there's better any. Actually, wait a minute. Now I see there's something. So we are not talked to Florian and Kukucha. Kukucha hope Laszlo are okay. Was looking much down in dumps recently. Kukucha supposed to cause the empty tummy of Laszlo. Will supply food freely to the fill up and fix. Okay, so we are not taught to Yord. Since of the incident, a lot of people in the colony are starting to condemn Jeremy for what he did. It's understandable, but it's ultimately wants to stop anything to drive him to the edge like that. It's all a one big mess at the moment, isn't it? Especially given Jeremy motive. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to find a peaceful resolution to it all as a member of a tactician squad. Okay, so what about you, dude? Hey, Laszlo told me about Jeremy. I can't forgive him for hurting a Yord like that. To be honest, I feel like I need to give him a good punch to settle. But then when I think about how isolated and driven into a corner he was, I realize that it would have been much better if we had a talk with him and thrash it out with the tactician squad. I can see that. Okay. So talking to Laszlo, it's going to take a whole lot more than an apology to make amends for what Jeremy did. He's going to get a suitable punishment for this. I don't think he's got a leg to stand on in Colony 4 either. Even so, I still believe in him. If I didn't, he'd be on his own right now, that's for sure. Mercutio would have done the same, I think. That's what friends do, right?
Huh. Would you believe it?
Yeah, well, more that you have friends to go along with. So let's settle down at the canteen and
You know,
let's see what
you've
needs to
gotta
be
take
done
regular
first. So I
breaks.
rather prefer that we go ahead and do one more of this quest activity. So it's something that it had to do somewhere at actually, if I'm not mistaken correctly, I think this is the
We need
Bountiful
to lay all
Ether.
this
So
out.
that's from Colony Iota. Oh, it's from Colony Lambda. Okay, they say Colony Lambda has been raking it in the ether lately. Yeah, some bloke called Koji is meant to be behind it all. He seemed to have pressure of a commander personally, which sound like a Koji. They always had some ether, I thought. They minded, didn't they? They're saying that there are a huge amount of it now. It takes some skill to produce such a result in that length of time. Accomplishing something like that in a colony Lambda, that's no small feat. There are so many colonies that never have enough ether, and here's a colony Lambda that's sitting on a horde of it. They're saying that they had too much even. Can't they share some with the other colonies? Yeah, what's stopping them? And how about that we add some in ourselves? I'm curious too. Let's find out. Alright, so here's our standard quest today. It's called a surplus supply. Alright, now let's go and get that sucker done. And let's go press on B. Alright, so we'll go press on B again.
Time to head out.
And you know what? I really think we should go on ahead and check in with the quest for today. So reading what it says here. All the ether colony Lambda had been mining has created a surplus. Talk with Koji about how best to use the extra resources. Alright then. So the one of this reward we get here is called the Fire Bangle. So that's one of the new accessories that we had to go get. So, don't have to get one thing. Oh yeah, so well, that's fine. I mean, we already got that activated already. So let's just look at here for the standard quest. So we have to go talk to Koji next. So let's go ahead and find it in our destination map. So we'll find him a lot quicker. So somewhere where we can warp to the Clearwater Shelf. Okay, so it's one of the quickest way where we get there, so that we can go ahead and stand face to face by talking to one character to another. I mean, well, that's it so far. I mean, we just gotta just to keep on like reasoning these people more when we go and stand and talk, because they're the NPC that we had to keep a close eye out for. So let's go. Wait a minute. So we got something for Shijima and what's his name? Oh, Moran. Okay. So how are you now? Passionable, I guess. But I'm feeling pretty okay. You cheer me right up as it is. The time I have left now may be limited, but you know what? Nothing. I resolve to do everything I can to live life to the full now. Thank you. Okay, so next person to talk. Hey, do you think all scene is something that you really need? Yes, I think so. Really? Okay. There were some people who say that we could do without it, but I wasn't really sure myself. Well, I guess I had to just do what I can. Not that I can do much else. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you don't have to rush it all in. Hey, what can I do for you? We heard that you're doing it well for Ether at the moment. Do you have any ideas of how you're going to use it? You want to know? Yeah, we're sitting on more ether than we can collect. But the work been going better than we could ever have imagined since we perfectly ether probe. That must have greatly improved the efficiency of your mining operations. Me and Varan are the minds behind it. We wanted a more effective way to find ether channels. Not bad. It's done wonders for our ether stocks, but yeah, lately it's a bit excessive. What a problem to have, right? Oh no, that we had too much ether. How awful. If you got too much, why not use it? Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Okay, now let's say share it freely among the colonies. Donate it to colonies in need. Give it to whoever want it most. Okay, so let's try donating. Not sure we can just give it away for free. I made a similar suggestion, but the resurgence of shot is right down. She's not cruel, but she's very by the book, shall we say. Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Okay, well, we tried the one in the middle, so let's try the one on top. I suggested that, but it was rejected. It doesn't benefit us. Telegram from the survey branch are pretty stubborn about this stuff, so there's not much a way around it. Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Okay, last one on the bottom. Unless we got to some kind of compensation, we never get the Telegram on board and not to the mention Captain's Light site. If we can hammer out the more concrete criteria and narrow down the possible recipient colonies, then maybe we really can't just be sitting on the ether surplus like you said. It's a difficult problem, certainly. How about narrowing it down to a nearby colony? So which colony would you work with? Okay, so we could work with a colony Tau, work with colony 4 or colony 30. Whichever we choose. I mean, let's try the one at colony Tau, I guess. Colony Tau? We won't get anything out of trading with them. No good. How about narrowing it down to a nearby colony? I don't know, colony 30, I guess? Oh, they could probably pay us back for ether in the Levnis tech. Mate, you're never going to ship that ether at this rate. You need a solid justification if you wanted to get approval and convince of the top brass to back you up. If it's not a colony like 30, which can pay us back in kind, we're just not going to get that the okay. What in the other fact? I agree. Ideally, I like to be able to distribute it more widely, but that's not really my job. And without any other bright ideas, I think I will have to settle for this one. Yeah, I'm the same way. If you can get your ether worth, they'll agree to the plan, yes? What are you thinking? Okay, now it's more to discuss. So to get their ether's worth, we have to distribute it free of charge, sell it directly, or sell it through Napon. Okay, so I think we have to sell it directly, I guess. Couldn't you just straight up sell the stuff? Not a bad idea, but logically, it'd be a pain to lug around. Yeah, I guess it's hard to go selling it without creating a load of work. If you can get your ether worth, they'll agree to the plan, yes? What are you thinking? Okay, let's try the one on top. I can't think of much aside from just giving it away, right? If you can't use it all, then what does it matter? If you can get your ether to work, they'll agree to the plan, yes? What are you thinking? Okay, last one, bottom. There's only one way to ensure that you get a fair price and avoid incurring extra work on your side. And that is that the non-partner who travel with the caravans, you sell through them. There's always a demand for ether. Trading in it that should net plenty of profit. And you have the added benefit of utilizing the non-partner trade routes. Colonies that suffering from ether shortages are sure to be somewhere on their itinerary. Oh yeah, talk to the non-partner. I'm sure that they'll be happy to buy from you. They won't have any trouble selling it. That's a great idea. We should do that. This is where the Lambda gets to sell its ether, and the ether starve the colony get to buy from Napon. But you're going to need to get some kind of approval for it, aren't you? Yeah, I'll put the request in. What's just like that? It's better to get the ball rolling straight away. First, we had to open talks with the Napon, for the merchants preferably. We could take care of that if you want. Would you? Of course, no trouble. There's a Napon trader near the entrance to the colony. Thanks for this.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Alright then, well let's go ahead and get stepping up. So we have to go and talk to the Lambda trader pawn. So there's no pawn that we gotta go talk to. So let's go and study along the progress talking to this no pawn. What's going on? Why everyone all together? There's something we'd like you to consider purchasing. Meh? And what's that? Colony Lambda's surplus ether. Specifically, we like you to buy the ether Colony Lambda that can't use it and sell it to other colonies. In Chiguin, ether supplies of Colony Lambda are very ample. But a decision of Zoka, so you asked it to Zoka. Zoka is Sutherland accounted in the area at the moment. Zoka will be around the ruins of Cebu on Urian Trail. She decided whether purchase is a go-go or no-go. Okay, well asked. Okay, so we can go ahead and use destination map, which works a lot faster And we can work somewhere back at the rest spot, which is say ruins of a sea, or whatever. What is it called? I'm sorry. I'm not a fast reader to see what it says, so it's ruins of Cebu. Okay, so we'll go and talk to Zoka. Welcome. Is it something you want? No, we'd like to discuss a possible business deal with you. Zoka is much happy to talk a business deal, so what friends are brains for Zoka to sell? The deal concerned the Colony Lambda's ether. Zoka, see now. We'd like you to take it as far as possible to as many other colonies as possible. That's okay with friends? Sell price and maybe higher if a friend to keep an ether to split the sell. A lot of colonies are in need, so we like to entrust it to your best caravan. Zoka gets it now. Is it true that the Zoka network of associates spread it to many colonies? It's not much of work if a friends that only want to sell ether. Much appreciated. Now, as to the Pacifics, Zoka leave a detail and price and naming to his bestie friend. Are you sure that's fair? Zoka happy to buy at the asking price of friends. Zoka love nothing more in the world than to sell ether. If you're okay with that, we'd be very grateful. It's the most funniest thing for Zoka to sell ether in many places. We're in the Jadaba. Koji will be able to discuss the finer details of the deal with you. Okay, Zoka, go later then. We'll go and report back then.
Always nice to see a new face.
Alright then, well, let's put our faces on and our happy faces, or whatever we call it, put our game faces or whatever you want to call it. That's on uni. It's glad to have a brand new face to some other people that are not smiling. So let's go ahead and chill this way. So this is where we go and report back to Koji. So here it is. Did you manage to talk to them? It looks like Zoka is all for it. Great news, thanks. I'm always amazed at how quickly the non-partner caravans can make decisions. Considering that we had to trudge all the way to the speak with their bosses, it wasn't all that quick really. No, that's still faster than anything gets done in Colony Lambda. We're not at war anymore. We need to take care of our allies from now on. We can't keep doing things this way. Yeah, I don't know. Lambda had to change, and at that time is rapidly approaching. Living a like this tangle up in rules in the what is that word? I cannot understand that. What in the world? Come on, game. What is it? Let me start back to again. So it's accuracy. How do you pronounce that? You know what? I think it's bureaucracy. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm sorry. My bad. It was kind of like hard to understand these words. You're not saying it correctly. Well, I know I'm a fast reader in a fast pace, but we'll start all over. We'll start back to the first topic again. Living like this, tangle up in rules and bureaucracy is just not sustainable. One thing at a time, Koji. Yeah, sorry. Thanks anyway. I'll get you the ether sorted out as fast as I can. Alright, now here's our quest completed. So it's the one that says after negotiation with Zoka, an agreement was reached to sell surplus to ether at the Nopine caravan. Okay, so I think we're doing okay with that. So it's not too bad actually. It's not too bad actually. So we can go talk to Koji. What's up? Something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking that there was a Lambda that needs more people who can take a swift decision but actually like you guys. If the colony can't respond to things flexibly, then sooner or later. Okay, well that's more that we can discuss on by. But you know what, you guys, I do believe we're gonna have to call it just right by here. So next time on the Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we are gonna just keep on knocking our socks out because we got here. It's a plenty of other quests that we had to get finished around here because I don't actually quite see because of no other info that need to get completed around here in this colony. But you know what? We'll try to see if we can get the rest of these few info done around here while we go and sit down at the canteen and to discuss what kind of questions we got to do. But we'll see to it later on the next series, you guys. So you don't go anywhere and you will be participating and staying tuned on the next video. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in and watching this episode. So if you're liking the series, you want to see more of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3, be sure to leave an EverTastic like, share the video, and subscribe. And if you have already do subscribe to my YouTube channel already, please do ring that notification bell so that you will stay up there notified to when my new and awesome videos top of the way. So just making sure you guys are staying tuned in, and by all means, all of each one of you description are filled down below. So if you'd like to help support the series, you can do so. We review step by step just to help get you on started on support my channel and for the series. So that's gonna be all it for Xenoblade Chronicles free. We'll be picking up more on the next one. So take care guys, I hope to talk to you on the next video.